So here I am, standing alone in the open. I'm here with a message, hoping to repair what's broken. Nature is struggling, humanity's not on track. We've got our heads in the sand and our pride intact. We seek fulfillment through wealth, but do we achieve it? We want prosperity through consumerism, but is it worth it? Have we actually found freedom, or have we lost it? Because all we do is follow a system and never really challenge it. Can you relate to that? Or is the world too blind to see? I'd always seek the truth, but care what my peers thought of me. I saw a different perspective and struggled by the hour. You see, I knew ignorance was bliss, but knowledge could give me power. So now I call for humanity, not just for one nation. I'm opposing separation and standing up to segregation. Whether religious or atheist, in essence we're the same. Stereotypes are man-made, and it was man who created the game. But are we actually ready to accept this and wake up? Can we put our naivety on the line, or are we always going to collide? Are we ready to make a difference? Do we venture into the unknown, or do we stay in our comfort zones and keep on taking the easy ride? Because at sea, it's ships that are safest at shore. But no, that's not what ships were made for. So ask yourself this, why are you really here? You may find that deep, but my question really is sincere. For my generation, are we misled as a youth? Do we rub off our true purpose due to false misleading truth? Are we prone to propaganda? Are we prone to wrong information? Are we taught to judge each other based on religion, sex, race, culture, class, nation? The list goes on. The moral of this poem may be hard to grasp. I know it's not something usually heard, and it's not your average task. But the point is to stop damaging what we cannot recreate. We shouldn't prioritise selfish desires and let them decide our fate. However, let me tell you, in no way am I perfect, and in no way am I better than you. I mean, yeah, I wrote this message myself, but it applies to myself too. So it's time to start improving, and it's time to start speaking, because resources are lowering and poverty is increasing. We allow cities to get larger, buildings to get taller, but trees to get shorter and forests to get smaller. We're an ingenious species. We could easily change everything, but we're made to think different due to decades of conditioning. We conform to education to confirm our own security, yet it's a biased institution that makes wisdom hold obscurity. Is it actually correct? And does it actually judge intelligence? Or is it just listening to our elders and improving our obedience? Are possessions an illusion of worth? Are we tricked in our thinking? Are we trying to buy wholeness, and are we trying to buy meaning? Do they always give joy? Do they distract us from reality? Do they determine our identity, and do they alter our morality? I mean, what are our goals? This really isn't a joke. Can happiness be superficial and our routine a hoax? Do we live for the wrong things whilst the right things choke? Is mainstream TV legit, or can it dictate our attractions? Does it actually bring us together, or does it separate us into factions? We categorise each other via a social hierarchy, but status is made by humans, so who really are we? Is ego destroying eco? Are the real problems disguised? Do we really know the truth, or does our society feed us lies? Are we actually filling our voids, and does money hold any true weight? Could we drop our precious comforts to renew our planet's state? It really is time to stop living our lives in shells, because doing nothing for others is the undoing of ourselves. We're all from the same source, so let's see it for what it's worth. We only have one home, and that home is planet Earth. So are our laws actually just, or can power avoid the prison? Are our governments really innocent, or are they flawed in their decisions? Do they actually care for all life, or only for their own health? Do their motives come from morals, or do they just want power and wealth? They try to justify a war on terror, but it's lasted for over a decade. It's caused 1 million deaths, so don't you think they've overstayed? Is patriotism necessary? Can't we see it's prejudicial? Have we forgotten our common grounds, and have we forgotten what's artificial? I mean, am I truthfully British? Am I really European? Am I actually a Western person, or am I just a human being? See, the media highlight the smallest of tragedies in first world countries, but fail to cover that over 90 million worldwide have died from hunger in 12 years. So where do our priorities lie? Britain, China, Russia, America, France, Syria, Iran, Israel, Jordan, Iraq. Whether Western or Middle East, everyone deserves peace. No more national wars, no more bodies deceased. Let's come together as one and keep humanity in one piece. So are we going to be responsible? Are we going to take a stand? Are we going to change our ways and play our cards on the other hand? I'm not saying I have all the answers, and I'm not forcing any suggestions. I'm just saying it's about time we see things differently, and it's about time we ask some questions. So what will you do? How much will you allow? This is my call for humanity to create a change, and the time to start is now.